lead you through a stretch today to open up our hips and warm up our body. So you're going to start out by taking your foot forward. So my right foot is coming next to my right hand and then pressing into a lunge. Your goal here is for your hips to slightly reach down towards the ground so that you're lengthening into the fronts of both hips. Try to keep that back heel over the toes and this front knee over that front ankle. We're then going to keep your left hand on the floor and your right hand, so the same as the bent knee, is going to reach up towards the ceiling, taking a twist for your spine here. Take a big exhale and a big inhale. So here you're still feeling your hips reaching forward. That back heel is above the toe, front knee is above the heel. We'll stay for 3, 2, 1, or return the hand down to the ground. Your back knee is going to bend down onto the ground. You're then going to take your elbows and bring them down to the ground, and you'll notice that that front knee naturally opens just a little bit to the side. And here you can either hold it in a steady place, or sometimes I like to wiggle around just a little to find where it feels best for me today. So we're opening up here into the fronts of your hips, your hip flexors, a little bit into the quad and the front of the back leg and the hamstring of the front leg. We'll stay here for 3, 2, 1. Press into your hands to return. You're going to take one hand to the outside of that front right knee. Left hand is on the inside. Now we're going to straighten the front right knee and flex the foot. So that front leg is straight, the toes are flexed up towards the ceiling. Your hands can be forward if that feels okay, or they can be a little bit closer if you need for support, depending on the tightness of your hips and your unique body. Biggest goal here is to keep this leg straight, flex the toes up, and then now feel that your hips are reaching back towards that back heel behind you so you can get a greater stretch into your hamstrings. So this focus here is the back of that front straight leg through the hamstrings, a little bit into the calves. To increase it, you can reach the heels back a little, the hips a little bit further back. You can flex the toe up. You can play with where your arms are to find where it feels good for you today. We'll stay here for 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna bend this knee into a proposal stance, so 90-degree angles with both knees. Now these hips are gonna scoot slightly forward so that you lengthen the front of that left hip. Nice and long here. And we're going to take your left arm, so the same as the back bottom knee. You're just going to gently reach slightly up and over, still keeping your hips going forward. We'll stay here for 3, 2, 1. You're going to bring your hands back down to the ground on one side of each leg, and then you're going to press, straighten your legs into a little triangle. Again, here, you can be where you need for your arms. You're just going to take a little shift, so your right toes are going to come off the ground, and then your back foot heel comes off the ground. Front foot toes, back foot heel. Lovely. We'll stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. You can bend your knees. Use your hands to step that right foot back. So you're in almost a downward dog. Then we're going to take your body forward, return down to either a plank if it's okay for your wrist, or bring your knees down to the ground. We're going to come into the other side. So now, left foot is forward next to my left hand. Right knee extends off, coming into that lunge stretch here, opening up into the fronts of those hips. Remember here that your heel stays over the toe, the front knee stays above that ankle. You're going to keep the outside hand on the ground, same hand as the front knee reaches up towards the ceiling, gentle twist into your spine, and still keep your hips reaching forward towards the ground beneath you. You'll stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Return that hand, bend those forearms down towards the ground. You can set that back knee down as well. Opening up a little bit deeper into those hips. Again, you can play with a little shift in each of these positions to find where it feels good for your body today. It slightly changes those angles into things like our adductors, inside of those inner hips, inner thighs. Beautiful. Press into those hands. Now, left hand goes onto the outside, so hands are on each side of that front leg. Straighten the leg, flex the toes up. Feel those hips reach back. Nice long back here, so you don't want your back to start to round. You want to try to keep that spine nice and straight, almost like you're holding a plank with your upper body. Hips reaching back towards that back heel behind you. Toes are flexing up to the ceiling. Getting to the back of that straight leg, that front leg. Into those hamstrings and calves. So we'll stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to bend that front knee, proposal stance. Just slightly send those hips forward so you feel a little bit of a length into the front of that hip, into the hip flexors. We're going to take the same arm as that bottom knee and just lightly reach up and over. Go stay there for 3, 2, 1. Lovely. You use your hands, press in, straighten that leg into a little triangle. And then you're going to alternate flexing the front leg, raising the heel of the back leg, flexing the toes of the front leg, raising the heel of the back leg. So here you're getting into the calves, a little bit still into, if you're tight, either your hamstrings or your quads, and opening up into your hips. You'll stay here for 3, 2, 1. Bend into your elbows, bend into your knees, send that foot back into almost a downward dog, and then lengthen into your downward dog here. Feel your hips reaching up towards the sky, hands into the ground. Take a little heel raise, heels come off the ground, and lower down. Heels rise up, and down, up, and down. Lovely. 3, 2, 1. Gently bend your knees, lower yourself down, knees come to the ground. Gentle child's pose, arms reach forward, lengthen your spine, hips go back towards your heels. Take a moment here, feel your breath long through the arms, fronts of the armpits, long through the back of your neck, the back of your spine, deep folds into your hips and your knees. 3, 2, 1. Gently release, come into a sitting position. You're going to end with 3 big breaths. It's going to inhale as you reach up, exhale as you reach down. Inhale, take the arms up, exhale, let the arms go down. 2 more here. Inhale, big breath, take the arms up. Exhale, let it go down. Last one, savor this moment, this breath you took for yourself. Big inhale, taking this time, the space, the energy. Exhale, release, shake it out, shake it off. Lovely. Thanks for moving your body with me today. I hope that helped to bring a little movement and blood flow. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and let me know how this went for you.